Now, good morning to all of you. In previous class, we have seen common forces in nature. Okay, from that common forces, we know that normal reaction force, friction force, tension force, etc. Such kind of that is gravitational force, etc. etc. We have to see in previous class. Now, today we have discussed about a friction force and its type. Okay, then everyone knows that what is meant by friction or friction force. Friction force means the force which opposes the motion and which is parallel to the surface in contact. Such a kind of opposing force is known as frictional force or friction. Okay, write down definition of friction force in your own words. Then type of friction force. Okay, there are three types of frictional force. Types of frictional force. Okay, now first type, static friction. First type is static friction and it is denoted as Fs. The static friction denoted as F suffix S. Okay, what is meant by static friction? If the body is on horizontal plane, if the body is on horizontal plane, if you applied the force on that body, if you applied force on that body, if no friction force is present, then body will be move in the same direction to that of applied force. Okay, means if no friction force is present, then whatever the applied force, okay, due to that applied force, the body will be moving in the same direction to that of applied force. But if you applied a small amount of force, the body will not be moved. What is the reason behind that? Why that body will not be moved? Because there will be some opposing force generated inside the, means in between the body and the surface, and that opposing force is known as static friction. What is meant by static friction? If you applied the force, okay, if you apply the small amount of force, the body will not be moved because there will be some opposing force will be generated. Okay, this opposing force, okay, will helps the body is in stationary position. This opposing force is known as static friction. Okay, now if you increase the applied force, now what happen, the opposing force also increases. Okay, but up to a certain limit, if you applied, means if you continuously goes on increasing the applied force, the opposing force also increases. But beyond a certain limit, means up to a certain limit, the opposing force will be generated. Okay, beyond the certain limit, if you increase the applied force, then body starts to move. Means up to a limiting condition, means up to a limited force, the body remains at a rest. Okay, and whatever the opposing force is generated, that opposing force is known as static friction. If you don't apply the external force, then there will be no opposing force will be generated. Okay, means what you have to write down, if there will be, if the frictional force is 0, if frictional force is 0, for small applied force, for small amount of applied force, for small amount of applied force, the body will be moves. But actually, but actually body will not move, will not move, because there will be certain opposing force generated. Okay, means if the friction force is 0, the body starts to move, but actually the body will not be moved. Means if the frictional force 0 unte body move aitadi. Okay, but there will be friction force is present, therefore, but actually the body will not be moves because there will be certain opposing forces generated in between body and surface in contact, okay. Now this force is called static friction. Okay, this force is called as static friction. Okay, and it is helps to body remains at rest. Okay, this static friction helps to body remains at rest, means if there is no static friction then body will be moves, but the body will not be moves because there will be some opposing forces generated, and that opposing force is known as static friction. Okay, and it is denoted by it is denoted by the static friction denoted by Fs. Okay, static friction is denoted by Fs. Okay, means if you applied a force in that direction, then static friction will be in the opposite direction to that of applied force. Okay, and if you continuously goes on increasing the applied force, the static friction is also increases up to a certain limit. Okay, the static friction will be increases. If you applied force beyond that limit, then the body starts to move. Okay, means the static friction having a certain limitations. Okay, therefore the maximum amount of static friction, okay, the maximum amount of static friction, okay, or the limiting values of static friction is Fs is less than equal to mu s into n. Means if you applied up to this limit, means if you applied a static friction, okay, if you applied the force, okay, less than to that of mu s into n, then the body remains at rest. Okay, therefore this is the limiting condition, means up to this limit if you applied force, then the body remains at rest. Beyond that, if you miss more than this mu s into n, if you have applied force, then body starts to move. Okay, therefore this is the limiting conditions or limiting values of a static friction is Fs is less than equal to mu s into n, where mu s is called coefficient of static friction, is called coefficient of static friction, and n is normal reactant force. N is a normal reactant force. Therefore the maximum static friction that is Fs maximum, which is equal to mu s into n. This is the maximum amount of static friction. Now give this as a equation number 1, that is Fs is less than equal to mu s into n. This is the limiting condition of static friction, and the maximum static friction is Fs maximum is equal to mu s into n. Now this is the equation number. Now if the applied force is more than this maximum amount of static friction, then body starts to move. Okay, if the applied force is more than the maximum static friction, then body starts to move. When the body starts to move, then whatever the opposing frictional force, that opposing frictional force is called as kinetic friction. Now second type of frictional force is kinetic friction or sliding friction. Kinetic or sliding friction. Okay, what is meant by kinetic or sliding friction? If applied force is more than the maximum amount of static friction, then body begins to move. When the body is in motion, then whatever the opposing force generated in between the body and surface in contact, that opposing force is known as sliding friction. Okay, if applied force is more than Fs maximum, means maximum amount of static friction, then body starts to move. Then body starts to move. Then the force which opposes the relative motion of a body, opposes the relative motion of a body is called kinetic friction, or sliding friction, is called kinetic or sliding friction. That is sliding friction. Okay, means when the body is in motion, means if the applied force is more than the maximum amount of static friction, then body starts to move. Then whatever the opposing force when the body is in motion, that opposing force is called as kinetic friction and sliding friction. Okay, and it is denoted by Fk. The sliding friction, or that is kinetic friction, is denoted by Fk. Okay, and the kinetic friction is given by of the body is given by Fk, which is equal to mu k into n, where mu k is the coefficient of kinetic friction, where mu k is a coefficient of kinetic friction, and n is a normal reactant force. Okay, now next third type, that is rolling friction. It is denoted as Fr. What is meant by rolling friction? If suppose this is the body, if the body is in rolling motion, okay, if the body is in rolling motion, then the friction force between the surface and that body is known as rolling friction. The rolling friction means when the body is in rolling motion, then the friction force between the surface and that body is known as rolling friction, and it is denoted by Fr, and the rolling friction is given as Fr, which is equal to mu r into n, where mu r is a coefficient of rolling friction and n is a normal reactant force. Okay, now in that case, what happened? Do you know that the static friction is more than kinetic friction, and kinetic friction is more than to that of rolling friction? Means the value of that is rolling friction is less than the kinetic friction, which is less than the static friction. Means static friction having more values as compared to kinetic friction, and kinetic friction having more value as compared to the rolling friction. Therefore, the vehicles, okay, the wheels of vehicles are in a rolling motion. Therefore, the rolling friction is less as compared to kinetic friction, and kinetic friction is less as compared to the static friction. Okay, therefore, to reduce the friction, okay, we have to use the ball bearing in between two parts of a machine. Okay, in between two parts of machine, we have to put a ball bearing. Okay, due to that ball bearing, the friction will be reduces. Means suppose if the two parts of a machine are there, suppose these are the two parts, okay, two parts of a machine, okay, if they are directly contact with each other and they are moving in that direction, then there will be more friction. But if you have put a ball bearing between the two between that two objects, okay, then there will be friction is less. Therefore, in many big machines, the ball bearing will be put in between two parts of a machine. Okay, due to that, the friction will be reduces. Okay, or similarly, do you know that lubricant? Okay, due to the lubricant, the friction between two parts will be decreases. Okay, in windows or in shutter, in room shutters, okay, do you know that the when you have to open and close the shutters, okay, for that purpose we have to use a lubricant, that is grease. We have to use a grease as a lubricant. The lubricant will, okay, will helps to reduce the friction. Okay, and you know that in vehicles tire, the air will be put in between two parts of the vehicle. Okay, means that is ring and tires. In between that tires we have to put a air. Okay, therefore due to that air, okay, the friction will be less. Okay, therefore these are the some contents which helps to reduce the friction. Now today we have stopped here.